And these are some of the attackers, the hackers basically, or the threat actors, you can say. Okay, the hackers, script kiddies, and the activists. Hacker, the lone hacker basically. Okay, the individual who has the skill to gain access to the computer system through the unauthorized or unapproved means. Okay, hackers are of three types mostly. Okay, the black hat, the unauthorized one. Okay, the white hat, the authorized. Basically, these are the ethical hackers, you can say, or the good guys, you can say. The black hat are the bad guys, the white hat are the good guys, and the gray hat are the semi-authorized. Okay, or you can say the awesome guys. Okay, in the daytime, they're working for an organization as an authorized hacker or the ethical hacker. Okay, and in the nighttime, they are performing the black hat activities for their own benefit. Okay, then the script kiddies over there. Okay, someone who uses the hacker tools without necessarily understanding how they work or having the ability to craft the new attack. Okay, they perform the attack out of curiosity. Okay, and the hacker teams and the hacktivists. Okay, hacker teams is just the group basically of the hackers. Okay, or the threat actors. They perform the collaborative effort basically to to launch or to develop the sophisticated tools and the novel strategies. Activists, the activist groups are there. They might attempt to obtain and release the confidential information to the public domain or perform the denial of service attacks or deface the websites over there. Okay, they have their political agenda to prove over there. Okay, the activist groups are there like WikiLeaks is there. Okay, or Anonymous was there. Okay, those are the activists. Okay, just like the activist, but they perform the hack. Okay, in order to prove or promote their political agenda. Okay, then state actors are there. Okay, that are basically what you can call they are uh, promoted or funded by the government basically. Okay, they are attached to the military or the secret services. Okay, state-backed groups basically, and they are highly sophisticated. Okay, advanced persistent threats are there. Advanced persistent threat basically is a behavior, okay, of the modern type of cyber attackers. Okay, so basically it is the ongoing ability of the attacker to compromise the network security to obtain and maintain the access using a variety of tools and techniques. Okay, for a longer period of time. Okay, espionage and the strategic advantages are there that the attacker can take. Okay, these are the goals of the state actors. Okay, espionage and the strategic advantages. But it's not unknown for the country. Okay, deniability is there. Okay, the the organization or the countries basically they can deny that okay we do not support them. Okay, and then the false flag operations, they may wage the false flag campaigns to try to implicate the other states also. Okay, and the state actors basically will work as the arm's length of the national government, military, or security service that sponsor and protect them, maintaining the plausible deniability. That's what I'm talking about. That they will deny that okay, we don't know that person. Okay. Then criminal syndicates and the competitors in many countries. Okay, cybercrime has overtaken physical crime both in terms of number of incidents and the losses. Okay, a criminal syndicate basically can operate across the internet from different jurisdiction than its victim, increasing the complexity of the prosecution. Okay. Syndicates will seek any opportunity for the criminal profit, but typical activities are financial fraud and extortion. Okay, most competitor driven espionage is through is thought to be pursued by state actors, but it is not inconceivable that a rogue business might use cyber espionage against its competitors. Okay, now these kind of attacks could aim at theft or disrupting a competitor's business or damaging the reputation. Okay, competitor attacks can be facilitated by employees who have recently changed the companies and bring an element of the insider knowledge with them. Okay. Then insider threat actors. Now, insider threat actors, many of them, are from the within the organization basically. Okay, the actor basically who has been identified by the organization and granted some sort of access. Okay, within this particular group of internal threats, okay, we can distinguish the insiders with the permanent privileges like the employees from the insiders with temporary privileges like the contractors or the agents over there, okay, or the guests over there. Okay, and the definition basically of the malicious insider, okay, you can say that a current or a former employee or the contractor or the business partner who has or had the authorized access to the organization's network system or data and intentionally exceeded or misused the access in a manner that negatively affected the confidentiality, integrity, and the availability of the information and the information system of the organization. Okay, that's basically what you can call as a malicious insider. Okay, now insider threats can be intentional and can be unintentional. Okay, the things that we were discussing about, it's the intentional. Okay, unintentional threats, unintentional or the inadvertent insider threat is vector of an external actor basically, or a separate malicious internal actor to exploit rather than a threat actor in its own right. Okay, these basically the threats usually arise from the lack of awareness or from carelessness, like user demonstrating the poor password management. Okay, or you can say the shadow IT. Okay, where users purchase or introduce the computer hardware or the software to the workplace without the sanction of the IT department, without going through a procurement and the security analysis process. Okay, that's basically the shadow IT. If you are using an application that is not allowed to use within the organization or that is not yet approved by the organization to be used within the organization, that's basically the shadow IT. So those are the types of in unintentional insider threats. All right. Okay. Any confusion? Any question till now? I hope not. Then the attack surface and the attack vector. Okay. Now, attack surface is all the points at which the malicious actor could try to exploit a vulnerability. Okay. To evaluate the attack surface, we need to consider the type of threat actor. Okay. The attack surface for an external actor should be or is far smaller than that for the insider threat. Okay, the attack surface can be considered for a network as a whole, but is also analyzed for individual software application. Okay, minimizing the attack surface means restricting the access so that only few known endpoints or the protocols or the ports or the services or the methods are permitted. Okay. Now, from the point of view of the threat actor, different parts of the attack surface represent the potential attack vector. Okay, the attack vector, as we discussed, is the path that the threat actor uses to gain access to a secure system. Okay, And in majority of the cases, the gaining access means being able to run the malicious code onto the target. Okay. So these are some of the vectors: the direct access, the physical or the local attack, basically. Okay. Removable media. Okay. Attacker can use the malware, conceal the malware on the USB thumb drive or a memory card, or and then tries to trick the employees to connect it to the system, the PC or the laptop or the smartphone. Email, attacker will send the emails, okay, malicious files uh, via the email or any other link. Okay, remote and wireless, the attacker either obtains a credential for a remote access or wireless connection to the network, or cracks the security protocol used for authentication. Okay, supply chain can be there. Okay, rather than attack the target directly, a threat actor may seek the ways to infiltrate it via the companies in its supply chain. Okay, then web and social media. Okay, malware can be concealed in files and attached to posts or presented as downloads over there. Okay, and then the cloud. Many companies now run part of their network services, or sometimes all, via the clouds. So the attacker only needs to find one account or service or host with the weak credentials to gain access, and then the attacker can target the another accounts over there. Okay, so these are some of the attack surface and the attack vectors. All right, all good as of now. Guys, please, yes or no. Okay, great, great.